Hey guys, this is Unit 3, Lesson 3.6. Choose a multiplication method. Our essential question is, how can you find and record products of two-digit numbers? So I'm going to come over here where it says unlock the problem. Did you know using math can help prevent you from getting a sunburn? The time it takes to burn without sunscreen multiplied by the SPF or sun protection factor is the time you can stay in the sun safely with sunscreen. So if today's UV index is 8, Erin will burn in 15 minutes without sunscreen. If Erin puts on lotion with her SPF of 25, how long will it take to be protected? So first I'm going to have you guys actually come up to this little box over here where it says underline the sentence that tells you how to find the answer. So I'm going to take my pen, okay, and I'm going to underline, actually I'm going to take my highlighter because that's quicker for me, is this whole paragraph right here. Okay. There we go. Okay. Circle the numbers you need to use. What operation will you use? So I'm going to circle the numbers that I need. I'm going to need 15 minutes for information, and I need to know SPF of 25. Okay, so on the line over here we're going to be taking 15 times 25, so we're going to use multiplication. Okay, so that's the operation we're going to use. So let's come down here where it says one way to figure that out is you can use partial products to find 15 times 25. So they have it broken down to 10 times 2 10. So here's your 10. Okay, and then you're going to take a 10 times 20 basically was what you're going to get. So if you have 10 times 20, you're going to have 200. Okay. Then we're going to take 10 times 5 ones, and we're going to get 50. 10 times 5, 50. Okay, then we're going to take 5 times the 2 tens, which is 100. Okay, and then lastly, we're going to take 5 times 5, the ones, and we're going to get 25. Okay, then you add that all up and you will get a total of 375. Now that's just one way to figure out 15 times 25. I think today we're going to be exploring a few different ways, so hopefully you can just find something that you're comfortable with that you can use. Alright, so they want us to draw a picture to check our work. So I'm going to draw a box here. Okay, it's not a pretty one, but it's a box. Okay, and then I'm going to split it up like this. Like this. Okay. Alright, so my first step, it was 10 times 20, so I'm going to go 10 times 20 up here. Oops. My answer is going to be 200. Okay, so you can use a box to help these boxes if you want. Then I did 10 times 5 ones, and I got, so I'm going to put the 5 up here, 10 times 5 ones, which was 50. Okay, and then I took 20 times 5, and I got 100. And then I took 5 times 5, which was 25. Okay, and then if you add up all these numbers together, you would get 375. So, if Erin puts on lotion with an SPF of 25, she will be protected for 375 minutes. Okay? Alright, let's go to the next page. Another way. Use regrouping to find 15 times 25. So they first want you to estimate, so they change the 15 to a 20 and the 25 to 20. 2 times 2 is 4, take it times 10, take it times 10. You will have 400 as your estimate. So step 1, think of 15 as 1, 10, and 5 ones. So you're going to multiply the 25 by the 5 ones that we have here, or 5. So 25 times 5. And if you think about that one, think about money, I guess, when I think about 20. So 4 quarters is 100, so a dollar and a quarter would be $1.25. So this would be 125. That's supposed to be 5. Okay, step 2, multiply the 25 by 110. So 25 times 10, or 25 times 1 is 25. And then add the 0 behind it. Okay, and then our next step would be to add these two partial products that we found together. And we got 375. Okay, alright, so let's try this. Estimate 57 times 43. So I'm going to estimate 57 to 60 times 43. I'm going to estimate that to 40. Okay, 6 times 4 is 24. And add my 0 behind it. That's an ugly number, but your answer is going to be 2,400 for an estimate. Okay, so the first way they want you to solve this one is partial products. So that's what we did here. Okay, we broke it down by partial products. Then the next way they're going to use regrouping, and that's kind of what we did up here. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take 40 times 50, and we're going to get 2,000. Okay. Alright, then the next step that we're going to do is, okay, and then you're going to take 50 times the 3, so that's 150. Okay, and then you're going to take 7 times 40, which was 280. Okay, and then you're going to take it times the 1s, the 7 times the 3, which is 21. Okay, and then you add that all up, and you're going to get to 2,451. Okay, I'm just going to come up here and I'm going to put how I got that, just so you know. So this one I took 40 times 50. Okay, and on this one I took 50 times 3. Then on this one I took 7 times 40. And then on this last one I took the 1s 3 times 7, just so you kind of know how I got to these numbers here, in case you're still working on the partial products one. Okay, so use regrouping. So this first one, you're going to get, okay, so you'll take 7 times 40, so I'm going to write over here, 7 times 40, okay, and you're going to get 301. Then you're going to take 50 times 43, let's write that over here, 50 times 43, and you're going to get so 2,150. And then when you're done, you just add those two up together. Okay, and you're going to get an answer of 2,451. Okay, so we got the same answer both times. So how do you know your answer is reasonable? Well, we just have to take a look at our estimate there. So it's, and those numbers are very close to our estimate. So I'm just going to put answer is close to estimate. Okay. Number 2, look at the partial products and regrouping methods above. How are the partial products 2,000 and 150 related to 2,000, 150? So how are these two right here related to this number right here? Okay, and I would say that the sum of 2,000 and 150 is equal to 2,000, 150. Just have to add them to get to that number. Okay. The second part, how are the partial products 280 and 21 related to 301 up here? Okay, and I would say the sum of 280 and 21 is equal to 301. Okay, so if you just kind of notice, this step just kind of breaks this step just a little bit more, which is fine. I like this one just because I get to see where, make sure all my places get covered up, but I mean, whatever works for you. Alright, so let's go to share and show. Find the product for this one right here. You can use any way that you want to use for this one. Up to you. Okay, I'm going to get this here. So the first step that I'm going to do is I'm going to take 50 times 20, and that's going to be 1,000. Okay, then I'm going to take 20 times 4, and that's going to be 80. And then I'm going to take 9 times 50. That's going to be 450. Then my last step, take it times the ones place, 4 times 9. That's going to equal to 36. Okay, and then I add that all up in the end, or add that all up together, and I'm going to get 1,566. Okay. Alright, so what I want you to do is just keep practicing, you guys. I want you to do 2 through 5. I'm going to give you the answers for these, and I just want you to make sure that you get to these answers. Don't forget to estimate first. Like I said, I better not just see answers on here. There better be some work that goes with it. And this lesson is all just keep practicing between those two methods, or between any methods that you like to use. And don't be afraid to ask questions. Okay, since I'm not going through and breaking all these down, so I think I've given you enough to look at for examples. So yes, get a piece of graph paper, see if you can do 2 through 5. Check your answers with this to make sure that you're doing it right. Okay, so then we can go ahead and skip some of those, and we'll go right to our math. So again, we'll do some more practice. So we'll just do the evens to show me that you really know how to do this, that you're doing well. Let's do number 8. Okay, coming on the back, let's do these ones right here. Okay. Alright, so that's all I got for 3.6. Like I said, please ask any questions that you have. Don't feel obligated to pick one way to do these multiplication problems. Like I said, whatever works for you best. Alright, thanks. Have a good rest of your day.